And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 122 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I'm your host, Nate. This is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. Buymeacoffee.com /Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers.
We will happily drink them.
We will. We'll be drinking a lot this weekend.
Yes, we did.
And this coming weekend, too.
Yeah.
Hansonsonhiatus.com. You can visit the merch shop. We got all kinds of different holidays and pug stuff and cat stuff and what else? We got podcast stuff.
All sorts of stuff.
All kinds of merch. All
Beer
kinds of merch.
stuff.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then you can also become a monthly Fucky supporter. You can be a little Fucky for $1 a month. You can be a medium Fucky for $5 a month, or you can be a big old Fucky for $10 a month.
We love all our Fuckies.
We do, even our free Fuckies.
We
But
do.
if you are enjoying the podcast and you want to help us keep it going and support it, we'd really appreciate you becoming a Fucky, whatever kind of Fucky you are.
Yep.
And we want to thank some of our Fuckies. Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Spandex Thor, Ryan P, Antonio, Chrissy, Christina, Stephanie, Kimberly, and Tom. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And another big thank you to Christina. She bought us 10 beers on buymeacoffee.com /Hansons on Hiatus. And she left us the message, congratulations on the new addition to your family and welcome Kemonito.
Oh, thank you so much, Christina. You're the best.
Yeah, they're great. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And also, if you would like to, if you have a business and you'd like to support the podcast and have a commercial at the same time that airs before or after, we can talk about your business and get the word out. So feel free to shoot us a message on Instagram at DidYouDudeNate or at Hansons on Hiatus. Or you, if you're friends with yours. What is yours? I don't even know. It's like is it Mrs. Alexis Hanson or something?
It's like, yeah, I don't even know mine.
Yeah.
Mrs. Alexis Hanson.
Send it to me.
Yeah, we're the Hansons.
And as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We be there.
We be everywhere.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, this past week, uneventful, actually pretty eventful. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, but
Ask you.
but I had this little story. So Thursday, and I wasn't there for this, but I'm retelling what I've heard, the word on the street.
The word on the
So
streets.
we have like all these Facebook groups for Playa del Carmen where people kind of talk about what's going on and stuff. And one of them, well, actually, no, it was the group. It was the government's page, or one of the government's page, that sometimes they'll have to put out that there's a fake story going around because there's a lot of these like amateur like news people that want to, pretend they're like a news organization or like what's it called? Like rogue journalism or something.
Fake news.
Yeah. Well, this one was because it said that there was a shooting on Fifth Avenue, which is the street right over from where we live.
Yeah.
Super busy tourist street. Turns out that was not true. So the government put out a post saying, no, there was not a shooting on Fifth Avenue. So Thursday, I went to one of our favorite beer bars, CMC, and I was going there to get a beer for my beer chug this past Friday. And when I was walking down there, first I passed, our street corner, like 38th and 5th.
Yeah. And
there was a cop car sitting there with his lights on. And every now and then, they're just patrolling the touristy area and making sure everybody's okay. So they were sitting there, but they hadn't been there for quite a while. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. Who knows what's going on. And then I get down to the other corner and there's another, maybe one or two cops just standing there, and they're just standing out kind of like looking around. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah. So then I go to, into the beer bar and our buddy Oscar tells me that he's like, dude, do you know what happened earlier? And I was like, no, I was like, I saw there was this fake story about like some shooting or what. He's like, no. He's like, over here, this tequila place, which did have a shooting or something that happened like a year ago.
Yeah.
So we think there's, an entity involved in the management of this place.
Something going on.
And he said, so there's an apartment above it, and all of a sudden, like where this is like kind of almost a corner. So one is a pedestrian road, Fifth Ave, and then 40 is you can drive cars up and down. And he said this big van, unmarked van, pulls up, and these dudes jump out, and they got like flak jackets on, and like they got big guns and face masks and everything. And he said that they go into this apartment that's like right above the tequila shop. And when the guys go in there, they see this other dude, just a regular civilian, jump off the balcony
Holy
to try
shit.
to get away.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he said, the guys that were jumped out of the fucking van saw him and went and grabbed him, put him on the ground and handcuffed him. And then the rest of the guys came out and they had some girl that was in there in a headlock.
Oh my God.
And they both threw them in the van, shut the door, and fucking drove off.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I was trying to ask him, like, what do you think happened? Because in my opinion, there's one of two things that happened. There was either, like I said, a certain entity that was maybe help or taking care of somebody that was not, that was maybe stealing or not paying their dues or whatever. I don't know how that world works. Which would maybe kind of make sense because if they're, unmarked vehicles and they got face masks on and everything like that.
Yeah.
But then the other side could be something kind of like a police raid, like in the U.S., you know, like they're going after some guy.
Yeah.
And my buddy really wasn't sure which one of those situations had happened, but I kind of lean more towards it was like a police raid because they would have an unmarked vehicle, maybe face masks and stuff, because they don't want, if it's like an undercover operation, they don't want to see who took out the, some kingpin's buddy or something, but then also, and somebody else pointed this out too, that I don't think these other organizations would handcuff somebody.
Yeah.
Like they're either gonna like pew them right there, or they're gonna just take them.
Disappear.
Yeah, or like tie them up, or like they're not gonna have handcuffs. I mean, I know they could have handcuffs, but I don't think that's their MO to do that. So to me, it sounds more like maybe there was like some kind of sting operation that they were trying to get it out. But just thought it was a little crazy.
Could you imagine being at work and then see all these cops pull up and then someone jumps out of their balcony window? You're just like, what the fuck's going on?
Like, what is happening?
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, that is what he said there was a bunch of people around like filming and stuff, but everybody's just like, what the hell is going on? It was like super weird. So I think that's why the cops were there afterwards, just to make sure like somebody didn't come back to the apartment to try to like maybe hide some evidence or something like that, whatever is going on.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so super crazy. That's right?
Crazy.
But that was Thursday, so typical Thursday.
Yeah. I thought it was Tuesday.
Yeah, but Friday, we did like kind of a little 4th of July party. We didn't really do anything big this year.
Yeah.
We just kind of, and a lot of people are out of town, to be honest. A lot of people are back in the States.
You were off. I wasn't off.
Yeah.
So some people were like half and half, and you were like, let's do it.
Let's do something. And I wasn't like, in the past we'd made a bunch of food and did all this. Like we just kind of, I grabbed a bunch of hot dogs and a couple hamburgers and some buns. I didn't do any side. No, I got some chips and dip or something. And we just told some friends to come on over, and we were going to, just kind of have a little party on Friday.
You threw that 4th of July party together quick.
Yeah.
It
was nice. Other people brought stuff as well,
Oh, our neighbors, Corey and Fernando, made the best potato salad.
Yeah.
So good. I need that recipe.
Yeah, it was really good. And what else do we like? Yeah, so we one of our neighbors brought out, she's like, I don't really drink vodka or tequila.
Yeah.
She brought like whole bottles of it. So we're like ripping tequila shots. We're playing volleyball, playing with the boys.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good little party. How many people do you think came?
It was one of our smaller parties.
It was.
Maybe
it
like
was intimate, is what you would say.
7 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not 10.
But
maybe
I have a question. So since our whole roof is basically wood, like the deck is wood, the railings are wood. There's a palapa next door with like palm fronds on it and stuff. So we're not allowed to have a grill. And and I want to get an electric grill like we had at the house in Alpharetta.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why we had the electric. Oh, where did we get it? The apartment or something. I think we had it already.
Yeah, the apartment we weren't allowed charcoal. So I think Jason gave that to you or gifted it to you.
Yeah, maybe.
It was moving. It was used, so we took it.
Yeah, or did I buy it on? No, I bought a second one. I think that broke. I bought it on eBay or something like that.
It was great. I loved it. Easy to clean, easy to cook.
Yeah, it was nice. But anyway, so we don't have a grill. And it was funny because one of our buddies, actually, guy we met here from Iowa and Illinois, kind of.
Yeah.
He's like, he kept on asking me, so should I take the stuff upstairs? And we're like on the roof, and I'm like,
we are upstairs.
No. And then I realized he thought we had a grill up there, and I was like, oh no, I'm air frying these. So I air fried hot dogs and hamburgers for 4th of July. Is that un-American?
They were delicious.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
glad.
care if you had them out there and I wouldn't have known any different. I don't think.
Okay, good.
Except they didn't have the little lines.
Yeah,
like
they
on
don't get the
grill.
grill marks, of course. But I will say, when we were in the States, living in Georgia, we used to air fry hamburgers quite often. Remember those turkey burgers?
Yeah.
That air frying burgers is really good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I think it gets rid of like any fat, and then it also makes it, I don't know, it just makes it like juicy. It's not like
and
dry.
it
or
cooks it
anything.
evenly
Yeah.
because it's like an air fryer, so
Yeah.
it's heating the air all around it. So it's like, I don't know, but
Oh, they-
try it. I know y'all grill masters are probably knocking it, but
Yeah.
hey, you do what you can
You're
when you
get-
can.
You're getting your man card taken. Grilling in an air fryer?
Yeah, like, what?
It's healthier.
Yeah, it is. Well, and it was delicious.
It was
so
delicious.
I will take it.
I had 2.
Yeah, I had a burger, and I had a couple dogs and some tequila, but yeah, it was So I don't know. Sorry. Well, I don't know. Where's the air fryer invented? Is that an American product?
Probably.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
no, it's probably like China. Probably
German?
China. I would
don't
think
know.
Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Well, now they're probably made there, but I mean, who invented it? Because I
Yeah.
just feel like air fryers came out of nowhere. It was like we got Foreman grills like in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And then we got what is it? What's that? Instapot. Instapots became
I didn't
popular.
like him.
We got one. It was okay. I mean,
I feel like it was always going to explode. Like
yeah,
it
it
was
was weird.
pressurized time bomb just going to.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, especially after like the Boston bombing thing. Like that's
God.
that's where I remember them becoming popular. Well, no, they weren't Instapots. They were just pressure cookers, I guess.
Yeah.
But and then
Pressure cookers, old school.
yeah, and that's what Instapot basically is, right?
Yeah.
They just like remade the pressure cooker, but it had. Remember the one you got me had like an app for it, so I could like set a timer.
You could
or-
connect Alexa to it, couldn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and so I could be like, Alexa, put a. I don't want her to go off.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Shut up.
Yeah, Alexa, shut the fuck up.
Don't listen.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was a good little 4th of July party.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was.
Good job.
All right. Well, let's get into some Airbnb horror stories.
Ooh.
Broken glasses, poop in the bed, missing doorknob. You know it's time for Airbnb horror stories.
Mwaha. I need an evil laugh after.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So this story, we, our Airbnbs in Tulum, they are in the jungles of Tulum. We are kind of remote. We're in the middle of like the beach in the town, so very jungly.
Mhm.
And we had a couple ladies staying with us. Hilarious. They did not appreciate seeing any insects.
Yeah.
It happens, it's the jungle. There's going to be some insects here and there, some bugs. They weren't having any of that.
Bruh. I mean, these motherfuckers is swarming. Definitely. Hell no. Hell no. Fuck no. Fuck no, I'm itching. I am itching. I'm itching. I'm itching. I'm itching. I'm itching.
I could understand tarantulas or something like a giant scorpion or something like that, but these were ants.
Yes.
Oh hell no!
Girls are like, hell no. Oh, hell no.
I'm itching. I'm itching.
I'm itching.
These motherfuckers are swarming. Do ants swarm?
I don't know. I always thought swarming was flying,
Yeah, but like
like a swarm of bees, a swarm of hornets. I don't know. We should probably look that up.
yeah, like because what else would ants be doing if they're like in a big group doing something? Congregating? These motherfuckers are congregating all over the place. I'm itching. It's giving hell no.
The hell no vibes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but that was
Oh,
funny.
Google says yes, ants do swarm.
But some ants fly.
Oh, true. These ones.
Just look up swarm. Just look up what a swarm is, because that's isn't that what they call? What's the is it Georgia Tech where they have the
Oh.
swarm?
Yeah, a large or dense group of insects, especially flying ones. So
Oh,
I guess
okay.
they cannot be flying too.
But I would never say ants are swarming.
Yeah.
Or anything else. These spiders are swarming. Like, that doesn't sound
What
right.
would you say? Like, these ants are marching in.
That's
They're
what I'm saying.
marching
Congregating.
in the
They're
house.
congregating motherfuckers.
I guess a few
Oh,
had come
hell
under
no.
the door. So be prepared.
I'm itching. All right. Well, that was Friday. Saturday, we were a little hungover, and
Just a little bit.
was it raining or no? It was just.
It was supposed to.
I think it was supposed to, maybe a
kinda-
little overcast. And so we're doing the Saturday, Sunday type of thing where after you kind of go out and party a little bit, you're just like, I'm just going to lay in bed all day and watch
Yeah.
TV, especially if it's raining.
I was off. I was like, I don't want to do shit. I just want to lay in bed and watch TV and go to the pool.
And we did.
We
And
did.
maybe about like 1 p.m., you think? I get a call from our friends that have the litter of pugs there that they've been raising, I guess.
Yeah.
Their dog got knocked up by this other dog. I don't know if it was at the dog park or the beach or whatever.
I don't know. But now they have a swarm of pugs.
Yeah, they have a fucking swarm of pugs. They have, what are they called? A grumble.
Grumble.
They have a grumble.
Grumble of puggies.
Yeah. So so my buddy calls and says, hey, I think it'd be good if you came and got your pug now. And we're like,
What's happening?
what's happening? So
Alert.
apparently since this, their pug got knocked up, they kind of made a deal with the dad pug,
Yeah.
the dad of the dad pug.
The parents of the dead pug.
Yeah. That they would get 3 and they would get 4. And so our friend and his girlfriend are basically just gifting them to like friends and family.
Yeah.
And they knew we wanted a pug or we were looking for one, and they had met Tiger because our pugs were friends with, Tiger was friends with their pugs and everything. So super nice, generous offer. And we, you've probably, if you follow us on social media, you've probably seen for quite a while, we've been visiting the pugs. Like we met them when they were 1 day old.
Yeah.
And we go over there every week, and and we'd already picked out the one that we wanted to take home at that point.
Yeah.
And we didn't, like, of course, if you've heard the episodes, we didn't really have a name. We're Chorito or Kawama or whatever.
Yeah.
And we settled on Kemonito. So we were supposed to get Kemonito when we got back from my birthday trip that we're going on this weekend.
Yeah.
To Monterey. And so we were supposed to get him like the 17th or 18th of July.
Yeah.
So this is like literally July. Was it July 5th, I guess?
Yeah.
It was the day after 4th of July.
It was.
We get the call and he's like, bro, I think it'd be a good idea if you came and got him now. We're like, what's happening? And he goes, the 3 that the dad is supposed to get, they're just going to pick out the 3 that they want. And he's like, I just don't want any situation where they pick your pug, Kemonito, and say, no, this is the one we want. We're taking him. Da, da, da. He's like, I just don't even want that. He's like, if you could just come and get him, just for, the couple days before you leave, we'll take him back while you're out of town for, 6 days. And then, you can take him back home again.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh shit. And I what did I say to you? I was just like, babe, we got to go.
We gotta go. Like
Yeah.
nothing got us up faster. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not hungover anymore. I'm fine. Let's go.
And then you did, of course, the most logical thing. You're like, I didn't even vacuum yet.
I was yelling. I had a birthing plan.
Yeah,
I had a
you did
baby
yell that.
plan.
Yeah.
I was going to clean the whole place. Everything was going to be nice and fresh and new because we were also watching our friend's dog, Mia. So there's been
Oh, yeah.
dog here. I'm like, I'll just clean it up so he knows it's his area. So I just vacuumed. It took 2 seconds. My hair is everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, as God, who sings that? Dashboard Confessional.
Oh, my hair is everywhere. Your hair.
Screaming infidelity.
Yes. I love that song.
Oh yeah. But so we do have little Mr. Kemonito, and he is going to be the first. This is his first time on the podcast, the
Oh, my
Pugcast.
goodness, welcome. Oh, he's shy.
Yeah, he's a shy man.
It's
Well,
an
not really.
intense
So he goes through different spurts. So since we've had him, this is his routine. So he goes crazy with toys.
Yeah.
And for like 20, 30 minutes, just running around, bouncing off the walls. And then he gets super tired and then passes out and then wakes up and poops and pees. And then he eats and then he plays with toys again. And then he does that and just rinse and repeat
Yes.
all day, every day.
He's like a little piranha. Like,
Yeah. He's
biting everything.
yeah, but he's a good man. We love him so much.
Can
And
we get a little sniff?
Kemonito.
Can we get a little sniff, Kemonito? A little sniffy? No sniff? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
later.
Yeah, he's in the tired stage.
Yes, he's about to pass out.
Yeah. But he's been doing really good. We've had him for 2 days. Or wait, no, 3 days.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah, what is it?
now it's been like...
Yeah, technically 3 days.
Yeah.
And we've already taught him to pee on the pee pads and poop on the pee pads. He goes right over to it.
He's the smartest pug in the world.
He
Sorry,
is.
smartest puggy in the world.
Yeah, he is. He's a little shy. Oh, he's trying to bite on your headphone cord, I
Please
think.
don't do that. Please don't do that.
But he's so cute. He sleeps on his back, like full on spread eagle,
I know.
like just laying out on his back. He has the sharpest little teeth and nails. But you gave him a little pedicure the other night.
I already trimmed him. We have the pet nail grinder, and it just seemed so loud, and he's so tiny. So I pulled my nail file out, like my little nail grinder, and did it to his feet. He fell asleep during the pedicure.
Yeah, and that was the thing with Tiger is everybody always complimented you how calm he was when he got his nails cut. Because we've all seen those videos of the pugs, and they're like... They're like
scream
screaming
like a woman, like someone's being stabbed.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And you had always said Tiger was so cool with it because you did it from a young age,
Yes.
right?
Got to start him young with
Yeah.
baths or walks or nails, whatever.
Yeah. So Kemonito is 6 weeks old, and you're already doing his nails, and he's falling asleep with him. So he's going to be fucking great for the rest of his life.
Chill as fuck.
Yeah. And it was funny. We took him to the CMC Beer Club or to the beer bar.
Yeah. Against
And-
my wishes.
I know. But you got to get him out a little bit.
I
Like we just
know.
took him out for one beer just to get him out of the house because he's only actually when we took him home, that was his first time ever outdoors.
Yeah,
'Cause
he was
he
scared.
was so scared,
When
yeah.
I walked him out, he's like birds and cars and motorcycles. Oh my god.
Yeah, because he's been inside for 6 weeks, you
Yeah.
know, with all the other pugs and everything.
Aw.
But while we were walking down the street, it was so funny because everybody was going, Kemonito, Kemonito. We're like, how do you know his name?
You know his
But
name.
that means like little monkey, like that little monkey in Spanish, basically. And that's just like
QUE.
yeah,
Bonito.
yeah, QUE. And that's kind of the origination of his name from the Mexican wrestler Kemonito. That's Kemonito. So it was just kind of funny. We're like, how did you know his name? And we're like,
my
oh, they were
gosh.
just calling him, oh, look at the little monkey. That little monkey.
Like everyone when
Yeah.
we were walking down the street.
Yeah, it was so
Hilarious.
cute. But
Ugh.
yeah, so it should be great. But we're a little sad. We have to, take him back to our friend's house tomorrow. And then we go to Monterrey.
I'm very excited for Monterrey, but I'm sad to leave my baby already.
I know. So we are going to, like I've said, and if you've listened to the other episodes, you might have heard us touch on this, but yeah, we're going to Monterrey for my birthday, and this is how this all came about. So I was just looking for some place to go for my birthday, someplace cheap, because we knew we were getting him, and I'm looking all over, and really the only two flights that were somewhat cheap were Mexico City and Monterrey.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to Mexico City like 4 or 5 times, and I would have loved to go back there and just have my birthday there. But I think did we do your birthday there this year?
Yeah, we just did my birthday there.
Yeah, we just did your birthday there this year, and I think did we go for our anniversary or something as well?
I think so.
Last year. So I was like, all right, I don't really know anything about Monterrey. And when I was looking, the flights for Mexico City were like $110 or something, and Monterrey was from Merida, which is about 4 hours from us. It was like $82.
Boom.
And
Book it.
I was like, let's do it. I think we've maybe mentioned this before. That's my new travel tip is when you see a good flight, book it
You have
because
to.
it doesn't go down.
No.
I mean, it rarely goes. I mean, it might, but like every time that we've hesitated on something, it goes back up.
Yeah.
And
we're always like, damn it, should have booked it, should have just pulled the trigger. So when
Yeah.
you found those, I'm like, just do it.
yeah, so
Even if we don't go.
$82 round trip. I'm looking at them now, $229.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Ouch.
that's the difference of booking it ahead of time and not.
Yeah.
But so obviously one of the issues is that we have to leave for Merida, which is a few hours away. But the bus system here is really great. The buses are all like the ADO bus. They have bathrooms and
Air conditioning.
movies. You can
Movies.
plug in your phone. Sometimes they have Wi-Fi. And the bus ticket, excuse me, the bus ticket to Merida is normally, I don't know, like 40, 50, $60,
Yeah.
depending on what time you go and everything like that. There was another deal that I found,
Other sale.
50% off and a 15% off. So I got it for, I think, like $15.
Wow.
Yeah.
They were like, Nate, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Get it going.
Yes. So and then we also got a hotel in Merida for the night. So it was like $20 because our flight leaves at 6 a.m. The next day. So
Ew.
I know, I'm sorry, but we're going to be in Monterey by 8 a.m. So we're going to have that whole day. We're going to, start doing some fun shit. So it should be good. But yeah. And then when we come back, same deal, flying back, we're taking the overnight bus back to Playa. So I know.
It's your birthday. I'll put a smile on. And then we get back to Kemonito faster. So that'll be fine.
I'm the guy that I would rather be a little uncomfortable or do something cheap to get to a place to then spend my money there.
Agreed.
I think we talked about that as well.
Agreed.
But,
I don't want to pay $200 some bucks for my flight. I'd rather spend that on beer, food,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, like I said, I don't really know anything about Monterey. Or I didn't ahead of time. And apparently it's like one of the most Americanized Mexican cities in Mexico.
Yeah.
Because it technically, I think it was established in like the 1500s, but like it didn't become like a booming town until like 1900.
Crazy.
So it doesn't have all that colonial architecture and colorful buildings and stuff, except for in one neighborhood, but it doesn't have all that stuff. It's like massive the biggest skyscraper in Mexico and in, I think, Central America or Central and South America or something is in Monterey. They have this neighborhood called San Pedro Garcia. That's like the richest neighborhood or area in Mexico. Big skyscrapers, beautiful malls. It's supposed to be like the Rodeo Drive of Mexico. So it should be pretty fun.
I can't wait. You've been researching a lot and doing so
for like
much.
a month.
You usually plan my trips. You'll do like a lot of research. I'll say, this is what I want to do, but you've been doing this, and you've been deep diving into Monterey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've been reading all the blogs and the watching TikToks and watching YouTube videos, but there's not a lot of YouTube videos. Like normally when we go somewhere, we watch a bunch of like traveler YouTube videos to get kind of a feel for it. There's very few. So I don't know. And what I've read, it's not really a tourist city. It's like a big city, but it's not centered around accommodating tourism. So so it should be pretty fun. So I'm going to go over a couple things that we're planning on doing there, and then we'll talk about them when we get back.
Yeah.
Tons of breweries, like Principia, one of my favorite ones. There's also the brewery, Heineken bought them basically, but it's the brewery that makes Indio and Sol and Tecate and I don't know, just a bunch of more of the national Mexican beers. So I'm gonna see if I can do a tour there.
That'd be great. You like beer and breweries?
I've been told.
I didn't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I got a bunch of them on my list. And like other cities we've talked about in Mexico, for some reason the breweries don't open till like 5 o'clock. So
it's really strange.
So I guess I have to do touristy stuff until 5 o'clock.
They're like, you can't drink until 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another place called Grutas de Garcias. That's these like super cool caves, and that's the other thing. Monterey is like in the fucking mountains.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't realize
it's
that.
like a city in the mountains. It reminds me almost of Denver, where I guess Monterey is more in the mountains, but Denver is like right at the foot of the mountains. It's very flat, and then it goes up into the mountains.
I'm excited to see these views. It looks breathtaking.
The mountain Topo Chico is there, which is where the name for the
drink, Topo
yeah,
Chico?
but what is it like?
Sparkling water?
Is it sparkling or mineralized water or whatever? Yeah,
Seltzer
whatever.
water?
And then they got the seltzers and stuff too. So that's what it's named after. And do we learn that means little mole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little mole.
So this Grutas de Garcias, that it's like this cave, and it has this crazy cave system that you can go into, and you got to take like what are those, like a cable car type of thing that goes up into it. One of the things that we've been told to try is cabritos, which is like goat meat. Yeah. So I guess the goat meat tacos are super good.
I like lamb, so I'm ready to try some goat.
And I've heard outside of the goat that just like the meat is really good. Just like they have great steaks and burgers and barbecue and stuff.
We love our protein.
Yeah. I mean, it's about like 2.5 to 3 hours away from Texas. So get that Texas barbecue influence probably. There's a Hello Kitty Burgerland.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. I'm doing this for you. Even though I put it on my list.
We get a Stop. You just want the burger.
Yeah, kind of. But I don't even know. Like, I'm just collecting these Hello Kitty cafes at this point. I just think it's funny because they're not anywhere else and they're only in specific cities.
I was like, babe, people are going to think something's wrong with you. Oh, you're taking Alexis to the Hello Kitty cafe. Sure.
Okay, well, I won't tell anyone that I'm also taking you to the Barbie restaurant next door. Which
so
is
exciting.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed.
Everything's pink.
It is. I think we might go to a baseball game.
That'll be fun. I like baseball.
I can't remember what the team is there. really wanted to go to the food.
Topo Chicos.
No, I think it's like Sultanas or something like that.
Oh.
The Sultans.
Sultan.
I really wanted to go to a football/soccer match, but that's one of the World Cup stadium sites.
Oh.
So they're already preparing the stadium for the World Cup. So it's
They're like, you can't come in yet.
Yeah. And then also the Mexican Baseball Hall of Fame is there.
Oh, that'd be fun to see.
Yeah, we could walk through there. It's by some of the other museums that I have on the list.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do some hiking. So they got a bunch of cool like waterfalls. I want to do this one excursion. I just got to see if I can get in on the tour. But you're like jumping off these cliffs into the water, cool blue water. They got like rock slides and stuff. So it kind of looks like Georgia, to be honest.
It does. It looks like a Chattahoochee
like
kind of
like
type of deal.
Tallulah Gorge kind of thing.
I just fixed my back, so I can't wait to start jumping off of shit again.
I might do it myself then.
We'll see how high it is.
Yeah.
For some reason, now that I'm older, when we do stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go. And then I look and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this.
Like, oh shit. Yeah. So that's about it.
I
So
think you're gonna have a great birthday.
I do too. I'm excited. Yeah.
very
And it'll be like our last kind of trip without the boys.
Without the baby.
Without the baby.
Oh my gosh.
baby.
He is sleeping again. By
Oh,
the
okay.
way.
And if you'd like to follow Kemonito, his Instagram is at kemonitothepug.com, and that's KEMONITO, the pug. And then also the same thing on Facebook. So he has an Instagram and a Facebook. I think you're working on. I know you do have a TikTok, right? We just haven't started posting to it yet.
Kemonito the pug, and then I just put up his like day 1, day 2.
Gotcha.
Picture, so
Okay, cool.
we're working on it, yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be all over social media.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, before we get out of here, should we do a Getting High with the Hansons?
Please.
All right.
Get high with the Hansons.
Hey, bruh.
Pheasants?
Pheasants? Oh, presents, bruh.
Presents.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Okay, I got 2 small questions.
Oh. Hit
One,
me.
how do you count on your fingers?
Count
Like,
on me.
show me how you would count to 5 on your fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there a wrong answer?
Maybe. I don't know. Clearly, you.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So I count thumb first.
Oh.
I always go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5.
What happened there with the little ring finger
Well,
and the pinky finger?
I'm not
You
like
skipped one.
coordinated enough to do this.
That was kind of hard when I was.
Right? Yeah. But I always do like, because normally, I mean, I guess when you're talking like with your hands and you're counting, you're never talking. You're going like, yeah. So then I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know,
well,
like
when you do it like that, but
well, that's what you're doing with one. Like no,
little kids
you can't do
usually-
one masculine with your pointer finger.
What?
Yeah. So I'm
yes,
like,
you can.
no, because I'd be like, okay, first thing we do this, second thing then we do that, then we do this, after that we do that, and then we do this.
Well, that ring finger gets me messed up.
I know.
Every
Well,
time,
I'm
but
sorry. I have.
Maybe,
Are you afraid of the claw?
Maybe, maybe guys count like that, and then girls count the other way. But usually, when you ask little kid, "How old are you?" 1. How old are you? 2. How old are you? 3. And that's how you.
Yeah, because
learn
they're
to
little
count.
kids. Like real men count with their thumbs first.
1. Nobody goes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well, this guy does.
Wrong.
You know who does that? This guy. Not. You know who doesn't do that? Not this guy. This guy.
This girl counts like this.
Okay. Very sure it's not like this. Does anybody do that? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's
4.
really hard.
Yeah. Oh no, that's
1,
easier.
1, 2.
I just would never start with
Can
that
you
one.
get this guy up?
Yeah. But don't you think it's weird that you would start in the middle of your hand? I mean, like not on the edge of your hand. Go
Yeah, I don't
1,
know.
2, 3, 4, and then you jump all the way to the other side.
Well,
Well, you got a
usually
typewriter for a hand?
If someone's like, "How many pugs do you want?" I'd be like, 1. I wouldn't go, 1 pug, please.
Yeah, but I also wouldn't count with my
Please.
fingers. Like, what? They don't speak English. Well, I mean, here maybe not, but most people, like, why would you do this? How many pugs do you want? 1.
Because I'm excited. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I feel like it's more when you're talking to somebody, because if somebody said, how many burgers do you want? I wouldn't be like 1, you know? So yeah, maybe that's it. But I don't know. That's how I count. I've always done it like that. It's just muscle memory, I think.
You're weird.
Maybe.
I
Or
think-
maybe it's because I have my hands messed up for a while and I can't do it.
I need a poll for the women and for the men to see who's weirder.
Yes, we
about
do
the
need
finger
to. Yeah, I'll do a
counting.
poll maybe. Can we do still polls? We can do a question and answer at least. So if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube or Spotify, in the comments, tell us how you count. Thumb first or pinky or pointer finger first?
Yeah, pointer.
Pointer, maybe.
Index,
yeah. And then the last one, this actually, I know this is not a political topic, but we were discussing the like senators or representatives that were murdered in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and the guy, I guess, dressed like a police officer, and then you were like, why would you answer the door? And I was like, why wouldn't you answer the door? Why would you answer the door?
There's a
Or why
lot-
wouldn't you answer
There's
the
a
door?
lot of reasons. It was like after midnight, like 2 a.m. Everyone you care about that should be in that house was in that house. I'm looking through the peephole and calling 911. I'm not answering the door for anybody.
So it's just gonna ring his phone and he's gonna say, "Hey, I'm outside."
it doesn't go
Open
right
the
to
fucking
the
door.
guy.
Maybe it's a small town.
You should know me better. I was raised by Cindy, stranger danger. So no,
Yeah.
I'm not answering the door.
See, I was raised by trusting good people that
I will leave
when
your door
a
unlocked.
police officer tells you to do something or they come to the door, I'm just thinking. So we watch a lot of those like true crime,
Yeah.
like murder porn shows, and whenever they have to come let somebody know that their relative has died in a car crash or has been murdered or something, they go to the door, and it might be 2 a.m, it might be midnight, it might be 4 a.m. The cop comes to your door. So if a cop is coming to my door that late, I'm thinking something's fucking wrong.
You
I'm
just
not
said it's
thinking
raining.
some guy is pretending to be a cop and he's trying to get into my house.
No cop is coming to your door at 2 a.m. to say, hey, guess what? Someone you know just died.
Yes, they are. We've
don't
watched
think
that on the TV shows,
I don't think they come. I think
on
they
my shows.
respectfully come tell me in the morning.
No, that's not what happens. If there's like a drunk driving accident or something, somebody dies, they have to go alert the family. They don't wait till the next day.
But guess what? I'm looking through my little people. Officer, you can yell what's going on through the door. I open the door. Nope. You can tell me what's going on first. You just need to talk to me. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but they are also not going to tell you that through the door. They're not going to be like, "Hey, by the way,
Someone died.
your daughter drank too many Smirnoff Ices."
God, no. Well, that's funny because she's here.
And your whole family doesn't live in your fucking house. It could have been your brother, your cousin, your grandparents, like you never know.
Please do not answer the door at 2 anytime after midnight if you don't know who it is. I don't care if they say they're the police. Not answering it.
What do you think calling 911 would do?
That's what they tell you to do. So if someone's knocking on your door and saying they're the police and you suspect something's fishy, you call 911 and you ask, and they will know if there is a cop at your door or not because they tell each other in their radio what's going on.
They'll say, "Ma'am, this is an emergency line. Please keep this clear.
No.
Stop bothering us some weird questions."
You call first and you say, this isn't technically emergency, but there's a stranger at my door claiming to be a police officer. Can you confirm if it is? Yes, it's Officer Gary, number blah, 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 blah. Please open the door. There's an emergency.
And then you open the door and he strips his clothes off and he has a cake. Woo!
Officer Gary.
Yeah. I mean, in all seriousness, I do understand what you're saying, but to me, if I see a cop at my door in police uniform, and well, I guess I'd probably look for the cop car. I don't know what this guy did if he drove up in a fucking pickup truck or
Yeah,
something,
you're like,
but I'd probably look for the cop
why
car
are
as
you
well.
in a Kia Sorrento?
But I would, yeah. I mean, I would probably ask, like, like what do you need or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I would probably open my door. Also, I have a peephole. We don't have a peephole here, so that's a little bit different. But
I don't answer the door for anyone, even if it's 2 p.m. You better be messaging me saying, hey, I'm coming over to bring you whatever or this and this. because I'm not answering the door either.
I know.
2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I'm not home.
Yeah, you didn't even answer your text messages.
No, I will answer those.
True. So, all right. Well, Alex doesn't trust police, and I'm a good citizen, so we'll just
You're just
leave
gonna
it at
open
that.
the door for anyone and get murdered.
No, I'll say, hey, how do you count on your fingers? And if he says he starts with his thumb, I'll be like,
Come on in, buddy.
he's good for me. Come on in. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We're gonna get out of here. It's my birthday week. I mean, I don't celebrate all week, but when we go on a trip,
We
go on a
will
trip.
say happy birthday, Nate. We wish you happy birthday.
Kemonito.
This is your birthday present.
Oh, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping.
He's so hot.
He's been sleeping down in his little bed down here.
Yes.
If you like to support the podcast, or actually if you'd like to buy me a birthday beer to
Ooh.
drink in Monterey, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on hiatus. You can buy me a virtual beer, and I will happily drink it, and I'll give you a shout out next time.
You
And
probably happily chug it.
I will happily chug it. You can go to hansonsonhiatus.com. Check out the merch shop. You can get all the links to the podcast. If you don't mind sharing with your friends and family, if you are enjoying the podcast and the stories, you can also support the podcast through our Patreon. Become a fucky supporter for $1, $5, $10 a month, which is nothing. It's a sandwich. It's a
Starbucks coffee.
It is. It's a water, maybe. I don't know.
Avocado toast.
Yeah,
I
I don't know. That's probably like $10, $15
True.
now. That's a big old fucky. But as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe. Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.